It's so funny, like when you tell someone that you're going to do it, you get that satisfaction that you've already done it, and the chances of you actually doing that thing is now extremely low. So this video is something that my friend wanted me to make a video about because he needed advice on, when you do something, how do I actually do it? When I say something, how do I actually do it? So I have a couple of tips for you to help you out with this. So the first thing is that you need to have a love or driver for what you do. Because the thing that you're gonna spend time into doing, the thing that you actually want to do, get done, you you are gonna be the one who's gonna be doing it, right? So you need to have a love for or a driver, and that's important because the skills that any, let's say, a good baseball player, the best baseball players are simply the ones who escape boredom and simply come back to the field to practice day after day after day. And by virtue, just by spending time in the craft, they're going to get better at what they do. Whether that for you that's like a project that you do, you have to come back and spend more and more time into doing that thing. Like how many hundreds of hours have you poured into a skill? And that's how much um, value or how much kind of a measure of how you're gonna get, because there's lessons to be learned in that time. You can't learn those lessons if you don't make the mistakes. You can't make the mistakes if you haven't spent the time to actually do it. And watch this, you're not going to be willing to make those mistakes if you're scared, right? And so that love of learning has to be there, because the love of the craft, let's say the craft is baseball, you have to love the craft so much that you're willing to make mistakes and you're willing to put aside your ego to make those mistakes. Because without making those mistakes, how the heck are you going to learn? You could have a mentor teaching you all the mistakes that they've made, but until you've actually done it yourself, that skill is not yours. So you have to love the craft. You have to love the process of learning. That's the only way to become the best at what you do, to love the game of learning. But as a side note to this point, I also want to mention that you can also be driven by something that's not love. In fact, something the opposite of love: hate, fear. There's two drivers for successful people: a deep well of love that they draw from, or a deep resorted fear that they're running away from. A fear. And that fear, something so guttural to your existence, can drive you to accomplish, to spend time, to work hard. And so it's not healthy to draw from a negative source for too long, but 5, 10 years, it does the job. Um, but you have to ask yourself, do you want to live life this way? But if you need it in the short term and it does drive you, by all means, it gets it gets the job done. It's like drugs. It's like nicotine. You can focus for that short amount of time when you inject that stuff. Swiftly moving on. The second tip to actually get stuff done and to do the things that you say you're gonna do is something that's kind of obvious, but also people don't do. So in the journey of making your lives better, people have the tendency to add more and more things to their life. Like for me, for example, I study, I make these YouTube videos, and a lot more of stuff. Like I draw art, I want to get into music, I'm practicing my singing every day, I want to spend time with my family, I want to work out, all these, so many different things. And like, what are my priorities? Grades. My priority is grades. Like I don't need to make money for the next 10, 15 years. So why am I doing money stuff? I don't see myself becoming like a long-term a career musician, so why am I spending time on this music stuff? There's a balance for these things, a balance for your hobbies, and it's great that you want to chase after so many things, but a lesson I'm learning is you need to subtract. You need to do less things in your day so that you can spend more time and energy doing the thing that's most important. And for you, that important thing is the thing that you said you're going to do. And subtracting this philosophy can also go into other things, right? So for my YouTube channel, I've been doing videos and shorts. And I've realized that the shorts take a very, very long time to edit and make. Meanwhile, these videos where it's just me talking to the camera is actually, I can pump it out in an hour from scripting to hitting publish on the website, which is kind of cool. And I need to get better on interacting with the camera. And this is like my main focus. So I realized, and I made this decision literally yesterday, to subtract editing shorts just from my channel for now. It doesn't have to be for forever, but I don't have infinite time during my day. Even though I'm on break right now, I want to spend this time making as many good videos as I can. And sitting down with Premiere and then like editing word for word, what I'm saying for a 20-40 second clip is so just ridiculous. So with your life, you need to figure out what you need to subtract. Maybe you need to subtract some friends. Maybe you need to subtract this like very, very long morning routine. Maybe you need to subtract another hobby, to make room and to make more energy for the things that are most important. And even within a activity, what things can you subtract from that activity so that the most important priority within that will get you the most closest to your goal? Because 80-20 rule, you want to spend the least amount of time to get the most of your results. And the last tip I have for you, so that you can surely, by a definite chance to do what you're going to say, is to like this video. But after you do that, you need to have a sense of humility and authenticity. Because at the end of the day, you're a man. And men like to be men of their word. And if you say something, you said it. And you probably should go do that thing. It's kind of wacky how that works. When you say something, you should probably go and do that thing. That, builds rapport with your friends. It gives respect from other people. And it gives respect for yourself. You're going around saying people, I'm going to make a song by the end of the summer. You don't do any of it. Like, how are you going to show your face to that person? And it's better, honestly, to not say anything. Maybe it's like, let's say you want to do a business and you tell your friends, yeah, I'm starting a business, but you don't tell them, what that business is. Maybe it's even too much to tell them that you've started a business, because now they're checking up on you, they're asking how the business is going, but you haven't even started. It's like, bro, what? Under promise and over deliver, always. I learned this lesson with my SAT. I would tell people I'm gonna get like a 1500 plus. That was an over promise, and I ended up under delivering for a while. But always under promise and over deliver. It impresses your employers, your family, your friends, every aspect of life. Very, very good trick to under promise and to over deliver. And when you over deliver, you better over deliver, like epic proportions. It's just fun, the things you can do to impress people. So with that, these are my tips. I believe that there are many more things you could do, but these are just 3 things I found to be the most important, honestly. Just be a man of your word, because at the end of the day, it's your decision to actually get up and do that thing, to start. It's not really a time management issue or a what should I start with issue. It's literally just, I need to put myself aside and actually do the thing that I need to do. So it's hard to that first initial activation energy to do that thing, but once you get started, you've started, and it's just keep going from there. So with that, if you like this video, please let me know. If you did not like this video, leave me a dislike, but please let me know why. And let me know if you like Casio watches.